Hello and welcome to day 18 of World FND Awareness Month. I'm just trying a different format for the video today, just so that I can put some subtitles across the bottom. I'm going to try to put some subtitles across the bottom. So today's subject is how FND affects others around you. So you have different degrees of relationships, don't you? So acquaintances that you might know and you see them in the street, and especially if you're in a wheelchair or using a mobility device, they either don't quite know what to say, or they're overly enthusiastic about, oh no, what's happened to you, and sometimes people can without meaning to, they can make you feel like you've done something wrong, or that there's something wrong with you. And I emphatically don't believe that I'm broken. I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me, because in lots of ways having this condition has helped me become a better person. So, however, a lot of the times people don't know what to say. So often it's that. The people it affects most, I think, are the people that you are most in contact with or you're living with. And I think that's where FND lets itself down. One of the many ways FND lets itself down, because there is not enough understanding. So it's hard enough for somebody with FND to understand. For somebody who is trying to look after you or care for you or help you in some way, and there's no understanding, especially if you've unluckily got a doctor who says, well, all the tests are clear, so we can't find anything wrong. Your relatives are going to hear that, and they're going to find it difficult to understand why your symptoms are the way they are, especially with the stigma around FND that has historically been that the symptoms aren't real, that you're faking and putting them on. And I think it's probably where depression, people thought about depression a generation or two ago, where they thought you could just cheer up or just snap out of it. And I think that's part of it, where we are on the journey with FND. There's not enough understood about exactly what's going on. And that's why all through these videos I've always tried to say the most important thing is that you've got to understand that you're not in control of your symptoms. And I think once your family and your friends understand that, then you're kind of 90% of the way there. But it is really difficult, and the fluctuating nature, so they don't know how much support you're going to need on any given day. And they don't know how to explain it to people. If someone says, what's wrong with your mum, what's wrong with your whatever, how do they explain something that they don't possibly understand themselves? And I think there's a lot of confusion around that, and that does leave friends and family struggling with how to respond when you're struggling with your symptoms. I think it's a difficult one, and as with anything, if you've got a broken leg and it's in a cast, people find it easier to respond to that, don't they? Because it's something that's understandable. It's kind of black and white. The bone is broken, there's a cast on it, it's going to heal, you're going to be unable to walk for a little while, and then you'll get better. And FND is just not like that, and it's very confusing. And I think the more that's learnt about it, the more it's understood, the more that we can get that information out to everybody who has to support people with chronic illnesses, but specifically FND. So I think it's a difficult one. I think from the conversations I've had with people who have FND, the support around them often is really lacking, unfortunately, and at your weakest that's really difficult to go through, and it's just because people don't understand. They just don't understand. So then you're left with coping with the condition, and your job is then to educate people about something you probably don't understand yourself. So it's a really difficult one. Thank you for listening to this topic today, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.